Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. I'm very happy that it seems that everyone's eyes are on it little by little. As the world situation becomes unstable, I feel frustrated that information about the economic superpowers is not properly disseminated overseas. Not all of my information is correct, but I'm happy to hear that there is such information. This time, I will tell you about the situation of Coca-Cola in China. Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are interesting products in the Chinese market. When a foreign-affiliated company enters China, companies that imitate that product will appear in China. For example, in terms of Japanese companies, Muji was imitated with the same store name. In China, such imitation is commonplace. However, as for cola, Coca-Cola's share remains very large and is not defeated by imitation at all. The same is true for Pepsi-Cola. As for whether there was no Chinese cola, there was in the past. Rather, many colas were born like other products. The most famous of these is the Feisun-Guard cola. For a period of time, Feisun-Guard increased its market share significantly. It is famous in the Chinese marketing world, but there is a method called Blue Ocean strategy. In other words, it is a strategy to increase market share in a market where there is no competition. Specifically, Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola were distributed and sold in urban areas. If you compete in the same area, you will need preferential treatment strategies such as discounts even for advertising expenses. If you want to compete with competitive companies, you will end up with low profits and high sales. So Feisun-Guard turned his attention to the countryside. We strengthened sales mainly in rural towns where Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola have not yet spread. The strategy to increase market share from this region was successful. There is a theory that this Blue Ocean strategy became famous for this reason. But that is in the past. Currently, Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola dominate the Chinese market. I will explain why the Feisun-Guard is obsolete. In conclusion, the competition between Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola wiped out the others. Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are competing for market share around the world. Two giant companies have huge advertising budgets and intense sales efforts. Even if a new company challenges the battle, the giant company cannot win if the profit is low and the sales are high because of its capital strength. After Feisun-Guard dominated the regional market, the two companies launched a low-margin, high-sales competition and lost. Probably many people think that China can produce cheaper than foreign companies. However, most of the sales of Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola are used for advertising, so the production cost is low. There is no difference in cost, so the giant company with the capital strength will always win. We learned that Chinese companies do not necessarily have an advantage in products where marketing, sales, and image strategies are important. I don't know what will happen to the Chinese market in the future, but I hope that companies who are newly entering the Chinese market will be able to advance based on today's content. That's all for now. See you next time.